Some people call us fanatics. I consider ourselves enthusiasts. I am KaijuNoir, and this is Shuwatch!
Super dynamic.
Ultra Force!
Go!
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Shuwatch. As always, I am your host, Andres Perez, aka KaijuNoir, and here with me today is the one and only Adam Noyes.
Hello, insects of YouTube.
Now, as you probably noticed already, David is not going to be here for this episode, and from what he's told me, from what has happened before, I'm pretty sure he's just taking another graveyard shift over at the Mickey D's. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually just playing with his new Godzilla toys right now.
Uh-huh. Well, the thing that when he posted those pictures on Facebook of him playing with those toys,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't help but think, man, I thought I didn't have a childhood. Here's I'm not sure how old he is, but he's like a 20-year-old.
He's my age, 21.
21, yeah. He was a 21-year-old playing with fucking Godzilla toys.
And the funny thing is,
like he's 5 years old. It's one thing if you do what Bill does, and Bill uses his toys and makes the Godzilla gang out of them, that I'm still really upset about because I voiced a certain character and he hasn't released that episode yet. And yeah, but he's just playing with these. It's like he's like a kid, a kid, you go in the shower and play with those toys and be like,
Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Rubber Ducky, you're so fun. Rubber Ducky, you're the only one who's there for me.
Right, and the least he could have done was buy a Godzilla fleshlight. You know what I'm saying?
Although, as we've stated before, that toy that he got, the Atomic Breath one, could be the basis for one.
It could be transformed into.
He was transformed. It's the funny thing, the interesting thing about like toys today. You pretty much have two different kinds of toys. You have the toys that are meant for kids, where they have like a little gimmick or function or whatever, like Kung Fu Action Grip Tail Swinging Godzilla. And then you have like the stuff like the SH Monster Arts or the Rebel Tech or the Robot Damashi or Soul of Chigoken, where they're generated towards the older audience and they're mainly for like display because they're superposable.
I was thinking like collector stuff, yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. It's so cool seeing these new toys out in stores. And actually, today, right before recording, I actually finally got a Pacific Rim figure of Battle Damage Knifehead, which is part of the Series 3 figures of Pacific Rim, and it's so much better and bigger than the Series 1 Knifehead. And I've also finally got the Chibi figures for Godzilla 14.
Yeah, I've never gotten action figures and stuff like that. I've never done that. What I do is I usually just buy the special collector's editions versions or whatever on Blu-ray, and I usually wind up getting the soundtrack. But that's
in terms of merchandise.
Yeah, sometimes a poster. Sometimes a poster, but that's just about the extent I ever really went.
So I guess you don't really have any sort of shelves with like figures or whatnot. Instead,
no. What I have on my shelves, I have painted dragons, nice. I have ceramic dragons, and I have lots and lots of nutcrackers because I collected nutcrackers for some reason when I was a kid, and I still kind of do. I like my nutcrackers. No innuendos there. I just like my nutcrackers, and
and of course mounted on your wall is that the head of a bear.
The head of a bear. It's actually more than a head of a bear. But I also have a coyote that I wound up shooting. I shot this coyote. I was actually bear hunting in the same spot where I got my bear, and suddenly we saw a mom and its kid. We saw these two deer walk out into the field and start eating clover. And it was a mom and a baby, and just a little baby too. It was so cute.
And you said to yourself, "I want that."
No, God damn it! It was too adorable.
I'm gonna wait in 5 years, then I can kill it.
Exactly. But and then eventually they went back in the woods. They had no idea we were there because we were up really high. We were up at least 100 feet in a tree, and not long after comes this koi dog, and I know exactly what this koi dog was going after. Koi dog is coyote, by the way. The coyote was going after the baby, and I was like, "Oh, you fucker!" And I was like, "You're not getting. You're not getting. I'm getting in 5 years."
Leave them alone.
I saved that Bambi's life. God damn it. I was a proud motherfucker.
And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, your time will come. You're lucky you're cute right now." But like all things, it doesn't last.
Today, I'll let you live.
Well, what I wanted to start off with this section of Shuwatch was, of course, everyone's favorite superhero at the moment, Batman. Batman. Now, by the way, when it comes to your Batman, what do you usually prefer in terms of the voice?
George Clooney.
George Clooney? You like the suave and sophisticated Batman?
No, just George Clooney.
Normally I like the for the most part I like Christian Bale only because it's kind of like the best yet the worst Batman voice, because there's so much comedic mileage out of that.
Well, the thing that I actually like how a lot of people complained about him going all the time.
Where's the trigger? Rachel!
Yeah. Rachel!
I'm not wearing the hockey pants.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
This city is full of people who believe in good.
Dude, are you dying of lung cancer or something? What's going on here?
I'm sorry. It's been a long day. It's been a crazy day. Chasing a clown to avenge my parents.
Oh, by the way, the Flashpoint Paradox thing, the thing that you were talking about is happening to me. It only played for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, there was something weird about that movie that I downloaded. I mean, it was the only one I could find at the time, which is why I used Movie Maker to play the whole video.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure your computer still has that default program, right?
No.
You're like, there's two things that are going out here. That and Windows Internet Explorer.
Yep. But anyway, back to Batman. I actually liked Christian Bale. I liked Christian Bale a lot as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I liked him a lot as Bruce Wayne because you look at him, it's like I can't picture this douchebag being Batman at all. But yet when he's Batman, you're like, I can't picture this guy being Bruce Wayne at all. And that's good. That's really good. I actually thought Michael Keaton kind of did that too, a little bit to a lesser extent, or a little more on the down low. But I appreciated him for that.
Well, Keaton, I like how he's much more quiet, much more subtle about his performance as Batman.
Yes, that's what I like. Fucking him as Batman, he's a fucking Punisher. God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
he's not afraid to kill people.
I know there are so many people who hate that aspect about the Tim Burton films, especially Bill and Bill and Dylan. I'm not sure about if Dylan flat out hates the Tim Burton Bat.
He loves the Joker. He loves Jack Nicholson as the Joker, as do I. The Joker's Jack Nicholson as the Joker is the main reason why I watched the movie. Now that and that totally epic score. But...
Oh yeah. Like I very rarely do I buy or download a soundtrack to a film. I have both Batman and Batman Returns on CDs.
I like Batman Returns.
It's not as memorable as the first one, but I like I especially love that opening song with the Penguin as a baby with his parents.
I will always go with, I think the Penguin can be done really well. I really do. I think the Penguin has a lot of potential to be somebody really threatening and kind of almost cunning at the same time. I just don't think anyone has really. Oh, I bet you it's been done. I just haven't found it yet. The Penguin has been done extremely well. Whereas, like, because as I've been talking about on Facebook, I just played, or I'm almost done playing Arkham Origins.
Ah.
And I loved what they did with that Penguin for the most part.
Yeah.
At the beginning, how he's kind of like this British. He sounds very fancy, but yet very mean at the same time.
Yeah, that's how they pretty much like in some incarnations they characterize him as this person who thinks he's like super high class when he's just like a disgusting pig of a person.
He's a disgusting pig of a person, and I like that. The only thing that I thought went a little over the top was when he was beating up one of the Falcones, and though I loved watching. I like me seeing the Falcones getting beaten up, but because I hate them. But
no, if only you had Eric Roberts reprise his role.
Yes. Anyways, I didn't think that fit the Penguin. Or whenever I picture the Penguin, I picture him letting other people do it for him. Like he just sits in the shadows smoking his cigarette thingamajigger.
I think it was mostly because I think there's been a history, like a gang war between the Cobblepots, and that's just his.
The Cobblepots. That's what happens between the two.
Yeah, and he's.
But I still picture him almost like a Godfather kind of figure. Like if you ever watch The Godfather, never does.
Sorry, I recently watched it for the first time in my film classics class.
Fantastic film.
Yes, I'm like, it's one of those movies where you see it referenced throughout your entire life. And then once you see it, you're like, oh, I see it now.
See it! Have you seen part 2 yet?
No, I have not seen part 2.
Part 2 is better than the first one.
Oh my god. It's hard for me to believe that.
Oh my god, part 2 is so good. Fucking Robert Duvall is my favorite character in the movies. But
imagine like Batman taking on the Godfather and just his family.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure that's already been written and put on the internet.
Probably. I'm going to type it up.
But I bet you the closest thing we have to that is the Falcones and everything.
So, but you see, that's how I pictured the Penguin being. I pictured him being kind of like that Corleone kind of Godfather. More than... Actually, you know what? That'd be the best way to portray him, I think. Or, like, if I was to ever write him, that would be probably how I'd approach it.
Rather than sewer monster Danny DeVito, he's like, I'm gonna play these people like from Gotham like a harp from hell.
Granted, I do still like that movie.
Here's the thing I absolutely love the first movie. I mean, it is my number 3 favorite movie of all time, and I have the poster in my room.
So good.
I love every single aspect about the movie. I don't care that the Joker killed Batman's parents. I don't care that Batman kills or whatnot. I just like everything to me in this particular adaptation fits so well. It's so well put together that I can forgive its differences from the source material.
Well, you see, it's kind of like. I remember when I was reading, when I watched The Dark Knight Returns for the first time, which, by the way, just doing a mindless plug and watch my music video for it on Music Vids Forever. Anyways, but when I first watched it, I asked you, I was like, does Batman kill in this version? and then it explains that he doesn't.
Yeah, because rubber bullets.
They're rubber bullets and stuff like that, but
never...
you know, I really started seeing, because of that and because of my love for the original Batman, the Tim Burton Batman.
Yeah.
Was I suddenly, and I think this also might have something to do because I have almost no nostalgia for Batman at all. It depends on the continuity. If your continuity says Batman kills, I'm okay with it. If your continuity says he never kills, I'm okay with that too. I personally slightly prefer it when Batman doesn't kill because it gives him a lot more complexity.
Yeah.
But for example, that great scene in Arkham Origins where he dives off of the when Bane flies away.
Yeah. That
scene is epic. Where the hell do you think you're going? He just starts shooting at him, and then Bane just turns around with the bazooka and blows everything up, and the Joker just laughs and flies. And I love that line where he's like, "Your partner, my partner? Who else would have saved your sorry ass? You know, officer, I was wondering the same thing myself. I just love it when you just see the Joker, the wheels are turning in the Joker's head.
Yeah, and by the way, you do a really great Joker voice.
I've been working on it. My voice is fucking killing me, Andres. I've been doing I did his laugh like all day today. When I got home, I was doing his laugh.
Yeah, that happens to me whenever I try to practice my random impersonations, like whether it be Macho Man, Randy Savage, or whatever. My neck is like hurting so much that I put like a strain on it.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I basically listen to how Mark Hamill gets his voice ready for it, and he gargles lukewarm water with some salt in it to make his throat kind of shrivel. And I tried the lukewarm; I wasn't ready for the salt yet, but I gargled with it. And then that's basically all I do. And I do some voice exercises that my vocal teacher taught me at the Weather Vane. And I still don't think I can do his voice for shit. I don't think I can do his voice for shit. I got his laugh down. I can't do his voice for shit. But I really speaking of that, I like Troy Baker.
He was really great as a Joker. I mean, like, I mentioned it to you before, where it seemed like at first he was trying to do exactly what Mark Hamill was doing, but I love how
Origins isn't the same continuity as Arkham Asylum and
right
Arkham City. I'm sorry. What's
Asylum and City.
Okay, thank you. And since it takes place in the same continuity, it makes more sense why he's trying to imitate Mark Hamill, and he also is trying to make himself sound a little bit younger too. But I'm like, give him his own continuity as a Joker voice. He could go far. He could go really far. Because he sounds like a Heath Ledger style Joker as voiced by Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And I've also discovered that with the Joker, I've discovered 3 kinds of Jokers. You've got the Heath Ledger kind of Joker, that's anarchy. You have the Jack Nicholson kind of Joker, which is insanity, and then you have the Mark Hamill kind of Joker, which is just pure bliss. And
then I brought up the what was it? John DiMaggio.
I fucking love him. He needs to get more credit.
Well, he's a really well-known voice actor. He was known as doing the voice of Bender, the robot from Futurama, and Jake the dog from Adventure Time. And I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of other stuff here and there. And he does. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't really get a lot of credit as the Joker. I mean, most people just say like, "Oh, all these people," and John DiMaggio.
Like that. Well, the thing that I loved about him was that he was supposed to sound like an older Joker. And he sounds like an older Joker.
He's definitely probably like the deepest voiced. He has the deepest voiced of any other Joker.
Yeah, I love it. I did. I fell in love with him. I didn't think I was going to like him at first, but when I watched Under the Red Hood, which I have to say is probably my favorite Batman movie overall, he just blew my mind. and then there's like the scene where he's like, "Oh, it's like a family reunion."
Yeah, I was just thinking of that right now.
Somebody grab a camera. Okay, first with me and the kid, then me with the bat, then one with all 3 of us, and then one with the crowbar. It's like, oh my god.
And
and Neil Patrick Harris voicing Nightwing is pretty epic.
Oh yeah. Well, pretty much almost anything that Neil Patrick Harris does is pretty epic.
Fucking right.
Except Smurfs and Smurfs 2. Why, Neil? Why?
Why? You have so much talent. Why?
Those paychecks better have been worth it.
90% of the movie's budget.
I also wanted to point out with Batman Returns, I definitely admit it has some major flaws with its plot. However, the thing was, I am a huge Tim Burton guy. I mean, I grew up with Tim Burton movies like Batman, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice, to a lesser extent Sleepy Hollow, Corpse Bride. And I love his style, I love his music, I love the actors that he picks for his movies. And I just I see it more like it's as a Tim Burton movie than I do a Batman movie. And plus, I love all the actors that are involved in that series. In Returns, I think I love they have so much like personality to their characters, even if they do severely differentiate from the source material again.
Mm-hmm. But well, I mean, I'm nowhere near as big as a Tim Burton fan as you. I'm more of the strangest Tim Burton movie I can say that I like.
Hold on. Let me guess. Ed Wood.
No. I'm talking about strangeness. Ed Wood is kind of normal.
Oh, yeah. I thought
the strangest movie that Tim Burton has directed that I like is probably Batman Returns.
Mm-hmm.
But I do also love Mars Attacks. But,
oh yes, that's another one I grew up with. That's
the freaking opening march.
That movie scared the living hell out of me as a little kid, because you got people getting turned into bones, and
I was laughing my ass off the entire movie because I knew exactly what it was spoofing and what it was trying to do, and I was like, "This is genius."
I was too young to see that, but I saw it like maybe a couple months ago, maybe in like November, and I was like, "Yes, Tim Burton, you know what I like."
Freaking
especially Godzilla's cameo.
That was funny too.
I love how the way they edited that scene made it look like Godzilla really was in that movie.
But yeah, I mean, the strangest movie that I like of Tim Burton, I like his more normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean by normal, I don't mean his type of normal. I mean, I mean kind of like my favorite movie by him is Ed Wood, but a close number 2 is I think it's called Big Fish.
I've been wanting to see that for years. I mean, I have it recorded on my DVR, but I still haven't had the time to check it out.
I was bawling my eyes out at the ending. I was sobbing like a little freaking kid. Mm-hmm. The only time I remember crying that hard that I remembered because of how innocent it was
mm-hmm.
was either Secondhand Lions,
mm-hmm.
the ending to Secondhand Lions,
uh-huh.
or the ending at Marley and Me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a beautiful goddamn movie. But I love Ed Wood will always be my favorite fucking movie he directed. Uh-huh. He's such a big fanboy. Not only is Ed Wood a fanboy, but Tim Burton's a fanboy.
Oh yeah.
Which I give him props for that. He's like Peter Jackson's also a
fanboy. Mm-hmm. So back on Batman. It seems like this Batman, he's been everywhere, he's like he has the most popular comics, the most popular TV shows, the most popular movies. It's been, especially since The Dark Knight came out in 2008, pretty much everyone went gaga over Batman, much like how they did in 1989. And it's gotten to the point where I have to ask, how much Batman is too much Batman? And what I mean is, are we getting to the point where Batman it could be getting overexposed?
Well, I never noticed it until you brought it up, because I always said in The Dark Knight Returns, in both the graphic novel and in the movie, plural, the scene where Batman kicks Superman's ass, mm-hmm. which I was just in pure joy. First off, has one of my favorite lines of all time in it, where it's like, where he goes, "You say you answer to some kind of authority. You say you answer to some kind of authority. They only want me dead because I'm an embarrassment, because I do what they can't. What type of authority is that?" But anyways,
bitch, I'm the authority.
I am the law.
Respect my authority, Superman. Smack.
The Batman is voiced by Eric Cartman.
Respect my authority.
Anyways, but you pointed out that it's become such a norm for Batman and Superman to fight, and for Batman to kind of win.
Mm-hmm. And
suddenly I was like, yeah.
That's a really funny thing, because back then, like before The Dark Knight Returns, the graphic novel, before that comic came out, no one would ever have thought that Batman could ever beat Superman in a fight. either people thought that Superman would win or would think they would be on equal terms. And that was mostly, it was at the mid 80s where people, I guess, started losing interest in optimistic heroes like Superman, and probably
God.
And it was like a more reflection of the times where people were much more not more pessimistic, much more, they questioned the authorities. They weren't weren't so trustful of their government at the time. I mean, wait, when was Watergate? Did it happen? What
that was
year
in the 70s.
Okay, yeah. That definitely that was like a huge contribution to this whole negative attitude that the American culture had at the time. And
really, that negative opinion towards government really started with Lyndon B. Johnson because of Vietnam.
Oh yeah, which
that was something that The Dark Knight Returns pays huge or references quite a bit. Is this kind of thing with Vietnam. The only thing that I didn't like about The Dark Knight Returns is how they made Reagan look.
Oh yeah.
because I was like, really?
Yeah, like that was pretty much like.
I'm surprised Frank Miller didn't hail him because Frank Miller's quite a conservative.
Well, back then he was a very huge liberal, and he thought that like the whole Reaganomics was promoting consumerism, turning us all into mindless slaves, just buying everything we can, and no, that was I think that was his like his views on that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean it's completely different now for him because he's.
I know he's very
I like Frank Miller. The more I learn about him, the more I'm like, you're okay.
You're my kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're an asshole. You might get along.
And as a bionic asshole, I too feel what you're feeling.
Which I showed my friends that opening, by the way, and people were like, Adam, that fits you so perfectly.
So yeah, ever since there was that huge like shift in culture, Batman started becoming the more popular than Superman, and by the time '89 came out, he pretty much just like flat out replaced Superman as America's superhero, the people's superhero, the people.
The people.
Take what is yours, the Batman merchandise.
Take what is yours. None shall interfere. Do as you please. Gotham is yours. But start by storming Blackgate and freeing the oppressed.
Those who support the Superman.
It's so funny because I left the theater watching The Dark Knight Rises and every time being like, this is nothing but a huge stab at communism. It is. It is. I'm like, this is just a huge fucking stab at communism.
Everything must be shared to the rest of the people.
The People's Court. I love that fucking courtroom. I was like, Oh no! The scene that I like was when they get a hold of those CIA people and those that went into to Gotham. And all of a sudden he's like, hang them for the world to see. And I was just like, oh shit.
I'm necessary evil.
So with Batman pretty much becoming like the superhero at the moment, what do you think is the most popular superhero what is the most popular American superhero for the rest of the world, like outside America? Do you think people are still Superman?
It's still Superman.
Because do you think that's always been the case, or do you think that's been the case since the Christopher Reeve movie?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think since Man of Steel kind of got panned overseas.
Did it?
Though it did. I think people are starting to look at Superman in a different light. I've never liked Superman.
Right.
So I'm always biased when it comes to people panning him. And I will always admit that, is that when somebody pans Superman, I'm always rooting for him. But I do like Zod, though. But I think he really is. He is what everybody sees as the American superhero. It's not Batman.
Truth, justice, and the American way, basically.
Pretty much. And I mean, even he's represented a lot as working with the president, working with the government, doing some of the government's kind of dirty work almost. There's several stories of him doing this.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of that. He is an American symbol in terms of being a hero.
Uh-huh.
He is the other superhero I can picture being that.
Captain America
is Captain America. Yeah.
America.
Fuck yeah!
Did you ever? Save
the motherfucking day, yeah.
America. Fuck yeah! Freedom is the only way, yeah. Do you remember? Did you ever saw the?
That's what we think of that's what the world whenever you think of American superhero, they think of Team America.
Yeah, they just think it's like a bunch of douchebags just bursting in their country, going, "It's freedom time!" And just shoot everything to hell. The kingdom, blow everything up to kingdom come.
Dirk Allah.
Did you ever
Sherpa, Muhammad Jihad, Wappa Sherpa, Apakala.
Haka.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
I just want to say, did you ever saw this trailer? Somebody geniusly edited the one of the Captain America trailers and just fitted it with the Team America theme.
That sounds awesome.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. I'm gonna look for it.
I approve. Fucking dang yeah! Fuck yeah! It's suck on my balls.
Boom! Captain America, the first Avenger. Now, why wasn't that the theme song? So, anyways, back on Batman. Just wondering how much Batman media have you been exposed to outside of the movies?
Well, the animated series.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Now I'm getting into the games and The Dark Knight Returns.
Have you seen? Do you have any interest in seeing any of the other direct-to-video Batman movies, like the adaptation of Batman Year One, or where they have? Well, they have Justice League Doom, which is very Batman heavy. Batman Gotham Knight. Let's see, another one. Well, there's the two Superman Batman movies, and they are coming out with Batman and Son.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I really do too, because
I want to check out who this Damian
Wayne
is.
Not many people know the existence of Damian Wayne, especially since they recently removed him from the comics, if you know what I mean.
Well, they basically are rebooting the entire franchise with the New 52.
Well, yeah, but when they rebooted it, they still kept Damian Wayne. It was really weird.
Yeah.
It was like a half reboot where it's a new continuity, but we're still going to keep a lot of the old continuity. And so comic book fans are left scratching their heads thinking what is and what isn't still part of this new continuity.
Now, you see, I also have to say that I understand why everybody hates those designs, but I don't personally hate them. I don't mind them at all. I actually don't mind the Batman one at all, but I hate the Jokers.
Let's see, what did he look? Oh wait, are you talking about the one where his face is removed and then he stapled it back on?
Yes.
Oh, that, yeah.
I hated that. I was like, what the fuck? I've seen some. I'm just like, there is almost a point where you go too far.
I know. Supposedly, yeah.
Oh my god, that was just what?
I know supposedly the Joker did that to himself. I'm like, I know the Joker's crazy, but is he that crazy?
Is he that crazy? No, I can't picture him being that crazy. The most fucked up I can picture the Joker turning out to be is how he looks in the games.
Oh yeah, where he's basically dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I love the Joker for the new video game, Batman Arkham Knight, I really hope he's not going to be in that one. I mean, because of due to the ending of City.
Yeah, I don't know the ending to City, so don't spoil it, please.
I won't. It's just that Joker has had a huge presence in all three games so far. I just want someone else. I mean, they teased in City that Scarecrow was going to have a big part in the new game, and then they showed the Arkham Knight, who is an original supervillain, and it's basically a more armored version of Batman who uses guns. I'm like, really? I'm like, please don't please don't do something where it's like the Joker, Scarecrow was just working for the Arkham Knight, and Arkham Knight turns out to be Joker, dressed up like Batman.
That would be stupid.
Yeah, especially when they kind of did that already with Origins.
Yeah, I love what they did in that. Because I was legitly surprised when that happened. I was like, oh. Because I remember when they kept saying Black Mask, I was like, I love Black Mask. And suddenly all of a sudden I heard Black Mask laugh for a second. I was like, wait a second, that sounds suspiciously like the Joker. And then suddenly he starts beating it. Suddenly you see him get unmasked, or you see the real Black Mask get unmasked, and suddenly you hear the Joker dressed up as Black Mask go, "Can't you just play along?" and I was like, oh yeah, that's Joker, all right. and then the fact that Christopher Drake, I love Christopher Drake. Christopher Drake knows how to compose Batman music. Suddenly you hear, "Hark of the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, ding, dong, ding, dong." And I was like, that fits Joker fucking perfectly. Yep. Oh man, I just love everything about him. Like, I love it. I love the scene where he's talking with freaking the Cutioner guy, the electrocutioner dude.
Oh yeah.
And I fucking, because I hated him right from the get-go.
Yeah,
he's playing the stupid game.
I love this.
He's like, is there anything else you would like to contribute? And he just shakes his head, just like, I didn't think so. It pushes him out the window. and suddenly he turns around and he's like, I love Firefly. Firefly, I was like, you're badass. And really crazy. But then I love how the Joker turns around, he looks at Bane, he's like, get going, big boy. And he's like, and Bane goes, no. and then he pushes him down in the chair, and Joker's like, well, this should be interesting. And he starts like spinning around, like, this is a perfect Joker thing.
Yeah. That watching
he looks because when Bane is walking up to him, Joker looks frightened as all shit, and then all of a sudden he just starts laughing, and I'm just like, yes, that's such a Joker thing. That is such a good Joker moment.
I'm just wondering, at any point did you expected Bane to just burst out with his like faux Scottish, like British accent?
No. No, because
crashing this clown with no survivors.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
It doesn't matter where I go. What matters is our plan.
You just couldn't wait for New Year's, could you? Oh well, looks like the fireworks are going off a little early.
You're a very crazy man. This rooftop's getting too hot.
Yeah, the more I look back on it, I love the Joker in it. Like, I was at first when I saw that reveal, I was like, oh, really, the Joker again? But then, like,
well, no, I thought it made sense. I thought it made a lot of sense because if you look at it, the trilogy, it's really a trilogy. If you look at it, the games, it is Batman versus Joker.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of those games, or what I'm discovering.
Yeah.
I loved I actually didn't mind Bane. Or what I've seen of him so far.
Yeah, I love. Well, I wasn't so much a fan of Bane from the first two games because they kind of just devolved him into the big dumb dude. But
Bill was bitching me for like 2 hours about that, and
destroys the Bruja.
But I loved what they did with him in Origins. I was like,
yeah,
you're really intimidating as fuck.
Bane.
That is, or at least, I actually like him in the animated series. I'm not sure if it's his first episode, but the one where he grabs Batman, and this is my all-time favorite Bane line, and Bane goes, "You have nothing, beg for mercy, scream my name." And I'm just like, holy fuck. First off, great voice actor, whoever voiced him in the animated series. But, yeah.
And speaking of the animated series, did you ever saw any of the other Batman shows outside of the Batman TAS?
I tried to get into Batman Beyond, but the only one that I liked was Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. And I just don't like Terry McGinnis.
Oh, really?
I don't really like him at all. I love that design.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I think it's freaky as fuck. And for some reason, I love the Batman logo being red. I was like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really got into it. And then...
But did you like old Batman? Old Bruce Wayne, I mean.
Okay, yeah, he was kind of badass.
Get off my lawn. I'm Batman.
I could just picture him pulling like a Clint Eastwood.
Get off my lawn. like imagine like pretty much like Gran Torino Batman.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you this thing that totally I fell in love with. I was reading the story that somebody was pitching for an idea for a Batman thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically a Batman versus Superman thing, and I was like, oh, great. And for the most part, it was generic, but there's this one part where this guy noted this great, fantastic line that I'm just like, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is beaten to a pulp. It's very similar to the one in it's not very good, but this line is fantastic, or this part is fantastic. Superman is beaten to a pulp, and Batman's holding him, and Superman goes, you won't kill me. And Batman goes, you're not human, you don't count. And I'm like, oh shit. That's actually kind of a good, that line made me go, fuck yeah! But anyways, I digress.
Mm-hmm. Just wondering, so did you ever saw the episode of Batman Beyond where they brought back Talia al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul?
No.
Oh, because for that episode they like temporarily made Bruce Wayne young again through the Lazarus Pit. But it was only temporary. And then so when he was fighting he was teaming up with Terry McGinnis to fight some goons, you hear like the old Batman theme song again.
Ba, 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 ba. That will always.
Yeah. Although it was like a rock version of that.
Yeah, that's another thing I hate. That was.
You
I think of Batman, and I'm just like fucking orchestra, brass drums, not fucking electric guitar.
You didn't like that whole 90s rock grunge.
There's a reason why I stay away from the 90s. There's a fucking reason why I stay away from the 90s.
Oh, and by the way, this is a picture. They did brought back Bane for like a cameo role in one episode of Beyond, where pretty much years of using Venom pretty much has like destroyed his whole body, where he's just like living on this
and that was another thing. Oh God, Jesus!
Like there it is, the final fate of Bane.
I love what they were talking about in Batman Origins, where he was like, Bane doesn't want to be using this shit because he knows what it's doing to his body. And I like that. I like that a lot. But I do remember falling in love with one episode of Batman Beyond, and that's the one where Mr. Freeze dies.
Oh yeah, I love that episode.
I've always been a fan of Mr. Freeze, especially Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his rubber icicles. But I just love his line where Batman or Terry McGinnis goes, "Get out! You got to get out of here!" And suddenly you hear Mr. Freeze go,
"Get down!"
If you're down! No. You hear
Come
him
with me if you want to live.
yeah!
Run, Batman! Get to the bad plane! What are you waiting for? Go! Do not come with me if you want to live. And when he's fighting Blight, you're one ugly motherfucker. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Garbage day! I don't know why.
What?
I can picture Arnold Schwarzenegger saying that.
Garbage day!
What is that from? Silent Night, Deadly Night 2?
Yeah. You
Okay,
remember, you remember when I said I'd kill you on garbage day? I lied.
No! Commando. Oh, that's such a bad move. Anyway, Mr. Freeze he goes, believe me, you're the only one that cares. You're the only one who cares. And he freezes like a wall and then he dies. And I'm just like, that was really good. That was a really good way to go out.
Mm-hmm.
If
only he would have gone out saying, "What killed the dinosaurs?"
The Ice Age!
Yeah. That's how he makes the wall. He's just like shooting it everywhere. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody help! I really regret this decision. Yeah.
Granted, you know what was horrible? Arnold Schwarzenegger looked fucking badass as Mr. Freeze when he was in the suit.
Yeah, except that weird little thing on his head. I wish he had a better helmet.
Yeah, I wish the helmet was better. But I mean, I was like, that's not that bad. But
yeah, I like the whole skull motif on his chest. I mean, as his own like super crazy Power Rangers looking costume, yeah, it's not bad. Except for like the weird wings on in that one scene. I'm like, why does he have wings?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? He's an angel! He's an angel!
I'm an angel of death!
Oh, he's an angel! He's an angel! An angel?
He's an angel! No, it's Godzilla! No, it's not. It's an angel. Yes, it's a Godzilla. It is Godzilla. What else could it be?
It's an angel. It's a Gundam! Bitch, make me a sandwich!
So anyways, so you haven't seen any other animated series beyond and TAS?
Yeah.
When it came
I really want to get into Justice League.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll like Justice League, and you probably, since you're also a Flash fan now, and
I love Flash!
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you're really gonna like Justice League Unlimited, only because I'm pretty sure they introduce a whole lot of characters from like obscure to more popular, and I'm pretty sure you'll find a character here or there that you're gonna like. I mean, that's how I was introduced to a character known as the Question, and the Question is pretty much like Rorschach from Watchmen, but less insane.
Fucking Rorschach.
He's more a conspiracy guy.
I can tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to like a superhero, they have to be really fucking good.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not meaning they have to be good. I mean they have to be, like, character-wise, they have to be very compelling, stuff like that. Just because I've always, and this is why I like Batman, it's just because I always like the idea that humans can do anything if they set their mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of an optimist. I'm never an optimist, but I'm kind of an optimist when it comes to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of superheroes doing the humans' dirty work, that kind of bugs me. That bugs me. And one reason why I'll always say Watchmen is my favorite superhero thing ever is because
the heroes are humans, right?
The heroes are humans, but they are superheroes at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking humanity hates them.
Yeah,
because they're freaks. And that's one reason why I actually don't mind X-Men that much either, is because the whole mutant thing, and there's a huge debate whether or not like they're ethical or stuff like that. Like I find that shit interesting.
Oh yeah. It's like they kind of like bring a lot of like real world. What would happen if you actually did have superpowered people running around? You definitely have a lot of people who would have problems with that.
I'll be completely honest. I'm only exposed to X-Men through the movies.
You definitely got to expose yourself to at least the animated series. I mean, a lot of people love for that.
That's too good.
Really, because they do a lot of like a lot of that prejudice stuff in element in the series.
I know. Well, here's one reason why I don't want to get into the Justice League show either. What's keeping me away from it is because it was a show made for kids.
But remember, it was made by the same people who made Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah,
like
which I had a hard time. I had a hard time saying I was watching Batman TAS because I was like a 13-year-old. No, I was a 16-year-old kid watching a show that was made for 10-year-olds.
But no, I have to disagree with you there. It was advertised, it was marketed towards kids.
That's what I mean. I know it's not. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, if somebody walked in my room and saw me watching that, to be like, fucking, what are you going to be, a pedophile when you grow up?
Oh, I doubt there are any people like that nowadays.
Oh, yes, there are.
Really?
Up here, yes.
So there's not a lot of...
I get yelled at, I get laughed at hysterically and called a little kid when I'm watching fucking Evangelion in before class starts. I get laughed at when I was watching... I was getting laughed at when I was watching... where I was watching the scene or the final duel between Batman and Superman on The Dark Knight Returns. I was getting laughed at when I was watching the scene where the Joker was beating up Jason Todd to a pulp. They were laughing at it, and they were like, "Why are you watching it?" I'm worried about you, Adam. You're still watching cartoons. And I'm like, do you see what's going on in this fucking cartoon? Do you fucking see that Joker is beating him with a crowbar? And there's blood everywhere. Do you see in Evangelion the fact that she's getting mind raped for 23 minutes? Do you fucking see the guy's head exploding and under the Red Hood when he sticks the taser in his face?
I guess not. All they see are just bright moving colors, and in our culture, going back to my conversation with David, people just tend to associate bright moving colors with kid stuff.
I've learned to stop caring.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm made fun of all the time because I'm watching these kids' cartoons, even though they're all like PG-13 and close stuff rated R. Like Evangelion is definitely rated R material.
To quote good old Rorschach, "Never surrender, not even in the face of Armageddon."
And they were laughing at me when I was reading The Dark Knight Returns. I was reading it on my computer, like, why are you fucking reading a comic book? That's kids stuff.
Who the freak are these people? And why are they giving you such crap all the time? Wait, are these people your friends, or like the people you associate yourself with?
No.
Then why do they care?
Andres, we live in a very small community. Everybody knows each other. Everybody knows where we all live. There's only a little over 300 kids in my high school. I see. And yeah, I made fun of a lot.
Well, you know, if there came the time where, you know, like the Sons of Serizawa were to all like unite at where you are, you know, we'll be there. We'll back you up.
Third Impact will happen.
Third Impact, yes.
Fucking Third Impact's gonna happen. Well, according to the movies, it's gonna be fourth, fifth, and sixth Impact. But
you know what? Fuck humanity.
Boom. You know what? That's one of the things that bugged me with the movie was like Third Impact happened. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, how many impacts are there?
Oh, wait. No, wait. Let's see. First Impact. First Impact. That started life on Earth. Second Impact when humanity's like.
Fucking Gendo.
Yeah, they got in contact with Adam, and then the angels appeared.
Now this is the movies we're talking about, right?
Right. Well, they both.
And then there's Third Impact. Third Impact happens with Shinji.
Shinji acting. Ray acting like a badass.
And the only reason why they didn't wipe out all humanity is because Karu stabs him with the Lance of Longinus.
Yeah, it's like, nope.
And nope, screw you.
And then
fourth impact fucking happens.
Was Shinji, you fucker.
With Shinji, you fucker, which I have to say, I completely agree with you now on Shinji being a complete and total douchebag because of the movies.
Wait.
Or no, at least in the movies continuities. I hate him in the movie continuities.
Wait, what? Wait, I never said that.
Wait, well,
No, I said I hate him in Rebuild of No, I said I hated him in End of Evangelion.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I just find Shinji much more proactive in the Rebuild movies.
Yeah, well, he was in the first two movies, and then fucking 3 comes along, and he killed 90% of humanity.
3. Oh yeah, the one we just saw.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know. He was just dead set on trying to fix everything.
I love how you're defending him because he killed 90% of humanity, but you hate it when he ran away.
At least, no, see, he didn't know that he was going to kill everybody. He was just trying to atone for his sins. To the point where he was so desperate to find a solution that he ended up not trusting trusting his friend. And that's what I thought. I thought that the whole theme of this movie was trust, where the characters that he did trust or not trust affected the outcome.
The more I watch the Rebuild movies, the more I like the show.
And it's pretty much the opposite effect for me.
It is the opposite effect for you because, well, as I said, you don't like to think. No, I'm kidding. But, and that's not saying the movies are bad. People are thinking that I'm starting to hate the movies. No, I still fucking love those movies. It's a completely new take on Evangelion, and I still really like it, and I still heavily enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Because we've talked about Evangelion for so much, I'm probably most likely over spring break going to go back and check out the series again, and maybe I'll watch it in a new light of some sort.
It might help if you're doped up on NyQuil. It might help. It might help. Because I know I was.
Anyways, back on Batman, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mind. Are you kidding? Stop talking about Evangelion.
Oh yeah, you did give me permission to tell you to shut up whenever you bring up Evangelion again.
yeah, seriously, just fucking beat me up, man.
So with Batman, when it came to the other animated series, I did grow up watching The Batman. Not sure why they gave it that title. And the funny thing,
I've never heard of that before.
Let's see. Let me just bring up the intro. It's pretty much Batman made more for kids. Like now, Batman the Animated Series was a show for everyone, but it was marketed for kids. The Batman was pretty much a show marketed for kids and was made for kids. Like every episode felt like a toy commercial, and I'm not really sure how you're gonna react to Kevin Michael Richardson as the Joker.
I think I've seen this. Never mind. I think Bill showed me this, and I was laughing. I was like, "Is this for real?"
Like that was the one where Joker had like dreadlocks.
Yep.
Let's see. And here is the intro, Adam. And when I saw this, I remember thinking to myself as a little kid, "Why are they making a new Batman show? The first one was good. Why can't they continue it?" And it was back then where I did not know that popular properties such as Batman and Transformers were constantly getting new new TV show reboots every, often. But yeah, this is like the first time I ever saw something like this happen where it's like a new show but with the same characters.
What the fuck? That's a terrible design.
Although I do like the claws on Batman's gloves.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I never want to see that again.
And then there came Batman the Brave and the Bold, which was pretty much an homage to the Silver Age of comics, where they pretty much took everything that people loved about like the 50s and 60s comics and bring them back, mixing a little bit of stuff from the newer comics. And I really like the voice actor they got for Batman. Like I always remember him as the voice of Hoss Delgado from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Hostel Gato, I'm Batman. Although he doesn't sound like that, but did you saw anything from Batman the Brave and the Bold?
God, no.
Okay.
I don't think I want to.
Yeah, very cartoony stuff. And then there came Beware the Batman. Now, Beware the Batman brings me back to my original point where maybe we've gone to the point where people might be getting sick of Batman because Beware the Batman. Now, it's a Batman show, so you expect it to do well, right?
Right.
But Beware the Batman has gone off hiatus since its like 11th or 12th episode. And it's been like several months since it's been off the air, and I don't think I actually think it's gonna get canceled real soon, and I don't think it even finished its first season.
Jesus.
Now I'm gonna send you the intro to Beware the Batman. It was a CG animated show, much like Green Lantern, the animated series, and I don't know, personally I was not a fan of the animation, only because it looks too simplistic. Like, if this was like, it doesn't look like it was finished. But maybe that's because the simplified look of the animated series just does not translate well to CGI. And here's the intro. Right. Of course, the intro is pretty stylized.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And the whole, from what I think I've pretty much seen every episode they've aired so far of Beware the Batman. And the whole thing just feels so dull. I mean, I think it actually would work better as in live action as a primetime cop drama style show, which is kind of ironic considering that they are making a primetime cop drama with the new series Gotham that supposedly like focuses on Commissioner Gordon, or before he became a commissioner in Gotham before Batman showed up. Or I think I forgot. I know they recently casted Bruce Wayne, but I don't know how old the actor is because he's someone I never heard of because I don't keep track of TV actors. But from what I've heard, I think it was in one podcast I listened to. I can't remember which one it was, but they mentioned the pilot episode was leaked or something, and apparently with Gotham, even though this is a time period before Batman shows up, they've already had like the Batman villains like all semi-established, really, where it's like.
Well, that's what I kind of thought, anyways. I mean, like I could picture like the Penguin being an established person. I can picture Sun being established people already, but like people like the Joker, I could never picture being there without. I think that if Batman never existed, I don't think the Joker would have existed. I mean, there would have been something like the Joker, but it just wouldn't have been the Joker.
I'm pretty sure that all of Batman's major villains are some semi-established in the pilot episode.
Okay. Well, I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I probably will. Yeah. I mean, I've always had the my kind of like this kind of philosophy where it's kind of like don't knock it till you try it, or you can't really have a full opinion until you've actually watched or exposed yourself to the actual subject matter. Of course, there are exceptions to that. Well, like let's say like we can all assume that the next Transformers movie is going to suck, but there's me where it's like I want to see exactly how much it sucks.
Well, I don't touch Transformers with a 10-foot pole, so it's like TMNT. I will never touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Right, because that stuff just doesn't appeal to you.
At all. It does not at all appeal to me.
Just wondering, do giant robots appeal to you?
No, really.
I see.
Mechs do.
You're dead to me! No, I'm just kidding.
Mechs do.
What?
Mechs. They appeal to me, but not giant robots.
Oh, like giant robots piloted by people.
Right, because yes,
there's a whole human drama there where you're concerned for the person inside the machine.
Yeah.
Now, what about remote control mechs? Although those haven't.
Gigantor?
Yes, Gigantor. That's exactly
right, Gigantor.
Damn right, Gigantor.
Gigantor.
Is that the actual theme song to Gigantor?
That's Gigantor. That's the English one, yeah.
Nice. Because it's
Gigantor, the space age robot. He's in your command.
The funny thing about Gigantor is that I've recently been getting into the Gigantor franchise.
I can tell.
Yeah, because I recently got all 6 volumes of the 2004 remake of that series, which in Japan it's called Tetsujin 28. And I love how it's like it's pretty much exactly like a remake of the original show. It takes place right after World War II, and World War II pretty much like set the stage for the events of this series. And they even copy the art style of the original manga artist.
Yeah, like I watched all the old black and white ones.
Yeah.
On Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, yeah. That's where I also saw the original 50s Astro Boy on Adult Swim. I can't remember if I did see Gigantor or not, because it was so late at night as a younger kid. I wasn't used to staying up that late, but I did have memories of seeing Astro Boy. And I do have to say, for Japanese 50s animation, despite having having the animation be very limited, they were able to. I was surprised by how much they were able to put so much energy into their action sequences.
I've never seen it.
Well, you did see Gigantor.
I did see Gigantor. Gigantor was entertaining.
I bet.
That was entertaining.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember where we were with. Oh yeah, Batman. Beware the Batman.
We cannot stay on Batman.
No, I think we have for the most part. I mean, once again, it's not like DFOS where we get sidetracked into talking about Doctor Who for like.
Or Liam Neeson's cock.
Or Liam Neeson's cock. Right. Those two major things.
Yep, exactly.
Now they sometimes talk about Batman, but we're already talking about Batman right now.
Right.
So, do you see people getting tired or sick or weary of Batman in the near future?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Do you think it will happen before or after the Superman and Batman movie comes out?
After.
After? So probably 2015.
Being honest, I think that movie's going to be what's going to start it.
Uh-huh.
I do. I think that's what's going to start it. I think people are starting to get sick of superheroes.
Could be, yeah, because whenever...
Not in a way like I'm going to stop seeing all superhero movies. I mean just like in a way like I've seen this before.
Could be, yeah.
That kind of feeling. Like, I'm not seeing anywhere near as much hype for like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and even the new Captain America movie as much as I thought I was going to see. And I'm sitting there like, I think people are starting to get sick of these superhero movies. I think the superhero genre, it saw a huge boom, and now it's kind of going away again. I'm curious what's going to take its place, because I'm really hoping it's Giant Monsters.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up, yeah.
I really hope Giant Monsters make a huge fucking comeback.
yeah, we're gonna bring. We already know that Gamera is also going to be coming back. We're going to have like Gorgo. We're going to have Yongari come back.
And you know what? Screw it. Let's remake the X from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reptilicus.
And then only that, we're going to bring back giant robots. We're finally going to get that Voltron movie made. We're going to get that Robotech movie made. We're going to get that Guy King movie made, despite it being like, it's been like 4 years since that teaser trailer, concept trailer came out. But yeah, I really do think the superheroes still have a lot more potential for new stories, especially since we don't even have the Justice League all established. You know, there's so much you can do with like the Flash and Wonder Woman. I'm like,
well, the thing that's bugging me about DC right now is that they got their fucking thumbs up their ass, and I'm like,
this is coming from
you guys.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like, DC's got their thumbs up their ass, and I'm like, do something. The world isn't ready for Wonder Woman, my fucking ass. If Marvel is making a talking raccoon with a gun, I think he had a gun.
Yep, gun-toting talking raccoon.
I was like, you can get away with Wonder Woman. You can get away with a goddamn invisible jet. Okay? Do it.
She doesn't even need the invisible jet. She can fly in some continuities. Yeah. If you get gun-toting raccoon with tree beard as his bodyguard, then I don't see no excuse for Wonder Woman.
But
So,
you know what? You know what? I just fuck origin movies now. You know what? Just make a universe and go with it. Just throw us into it. That's something I'm admiring about what I'm hearing about this new Superman Batman movie, and what's actually going to make me want to go see it is that they're basically saying
everyone exists now.
Everyone exists now. Screw origin movies. Fuck that shit. I'm just like, you know what? I wish they did that in the first place. I was like, just throw us in the universe. Just do it. Just slap us in the face with the universe.
But then you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, I'm so confused. I don't get what's going on," like they did with
then you're gonna have to watch the next movie. Well, then you're gonna have to watch the next movie, aren't you?
Yeah, I really hope that we do get Justice League and Wonder Woman before the eventual downfall of the superhero genre.
I don't think we are, or at least in the way how I think you're wanting it to be.
Because not everything lasts forever. I mean,
we are going to get something, but we're not. I think superheroes they're not going to die out. Nothing ever really dies out.
Yeah, I mean, we still get westerns, we still get neo-noirs and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like stuff has its peak, but they always stay. They always remain in our culture. Right. So that I guess that I believe this is a good spot to end our bat-centric conversation. So we'll see you guys after the break. Same bat time, same bat channel. So apparently what happened on Facebook was that David shared this link to a blog where that was talking that wrote. I didn't read the article, but it was basically proposing the idea of, because we've had so many giant monster films that were made in the style of, or were paying homage to the kaiju films of the past, like Cloverfield, Pacific Rim, and the new Godzilla. What if he just proposed, this person, I think his name was Evan Brahani, also known as G2K Master. He was a guy I followed a while ago, before I joined YouTube. He proposed the idea of, like, what if all these movies, we could categorize them as Neo-Kaiju, as the Neo-Kaiju genre. And yeah, it made sense, like, just, you're resurrecting an old genre from the past, and, seemed like a decent idea. And then this person, August Ragone, he commented on David's post, and August Ragone, he's a guy who's, like, really big in the Godzilla community. Oh, he wrote Eiji Tsuburaya, Master of Monsters.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get that.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, doesn't it, Joker? And that was a book I've been wanting to get for a long time. I've been waiting for this, for like the newest edition that's coming out soon. Jesus Christ, the first edition is like $95 used.
Ugh. Fuck.
Okay, so the August Ragone, he had issues with the idea of us calling the issue of Neo-Kaiju, only because he believed that because the kaiju genre was something made by Japan, that it should be their culture that should be the one to decide whether or not this Neo-Kaiju thing should even exist, or that these movies shouldn't even, Pacific Rim, Godzilla, Cloverfield, they shouldn't even be considered kaiju, part of the kaiju genre, because they're American, and as such just be called giant monster movies.
Oh, he's one of those people. I used to be one of these people, where I said if it didn't come from Asia, it's not a kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
And I no longer do, thanks to Pacific Rim, and some ways Cloverfield. But I understand his point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand it and I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
What's he going to call the Godzilla then?
A science fiction monster movie.
No, Godzilla's kaiju. Godzilla is the embodiment of fucking kaiju.
Yeah. Another thing, just a thing, like, apparently, like, so I guess it's Japan's, because this genre was made by Japan, it's their decision to decide to designate whether or not these can be considered, part of that genre that they created. But I really honestly doubt that there's going to be a person, or more than one or more individuals that are going to come out and go, hear ye, from this moment on, the following film shall be forever known as Neo-Kaiju.
All hail the magic conch. I like it. Let's do this. We make like a super committee of like kaiju fans, and we decide.
But it has to be made in Japan to make it official.
It has to be made in Japan to make it official, right?
Yeah. And then you just bring out like the corpse of Eiji Tsuburaya just comes out. Like, do you think these films should be considered part of the genre you created?
He said yes.
He said yes.
He said yes.
You heard it here first, folks.
Everyone just starts like clapping and crying. It's like, I told you.
like the you just show random clips of like from different movies of everyone celebrating.
Yeah, the ending scene from Rocky IV.
Meanwhile, on Endor, da 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 da.
And you just hear way in the background Jar Jar going, Kaiju!
We so free! Jar Jar, get out of here!
Get the fuck out of here! Get off of my movie!
We select a Kaiju!
Go away. You are a kaiju. Go away. You're a terrible.
Go back and hang out with What's it back with Zarkor? Go back, hang out with Zarkor the Invader.
Go hang thyself. As Orson Welles would say.
You're stupid.
Seriously, when Orson Welles said, "Go hang thyself," I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to use that for every fucking time somebody pisses me off."
What was that other thing where he's like, "You're stupid," or "This is stupid." This is well, he just flat out calling them like a douchebag or something, or I forgot what was it. He just like flat out called them an insult.
Yeah, well, he calls people stupid all the time.
Yeah.
I also love the one where apparently he actually did this was whenever something went wrong on set, he'd yell sabotage.
Sabotage.
Sabotage!
Sabotage. Imagine that's what he said before he died.
He gets he gets worms from eating all those raw fish sticks. Sabotage. I wanted to remind you to stay out of my way. In all the years to come, in your most private moments, I want you to remember the one man who beat you. Sorry, I just saw that popped up, and I was like, yeah, that pretty much embodies why I love Batman.
Hey, speaking of Batman, there was that fan art that you recently shared with David and I, or was it Bill and I?
It was you and Bill, because I didn't know anything about if David has...
Oh, yeah, he loves Batman.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's a Bat fan. Yeah, it was like this really cool fan art, like realistic looking versions of. It was like basically Dark Knight Batman with a realistic interpretation of the Phantasm from Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, and yeah, I really love that fan art.
And Phantasm's going to be played by Scarlett Johansson.
And she's not the best. I don't think she would be the best.
And according to this, Ian McKellen's going to be in it. Fucking going to see it right now. And Guy Pearce.
Pearce. Let's see, who would be good for the Phantasm?
Scarlett Johansson, according to this. Angelina Jolie.
Yes, that would work. She's a pretty high-profile actress, but
that would work. Except I want her to dye her hair.
Although I think she would probably be like too high profile for a superhero movie.
Okay, we resurrect Elizabeth Taylor.
Now that's a villain that has, with the exception of a Justice League episode, I'm pretty much going to spoil it for you. Yeah, there's a Justice League Unlimited episode called Prologue, and it's actually a Batman Beyond episode. It's the Batman Beyond universe it takes place that has like an episode of Justice League Unlimited where you have Terry McGinnis. He's all grown up, and he pretty much finds out some information regarding his past, where his parents were almost killed. Like there was this huge project being made by this like one government. There was this government that was like there was this section that was like, wow, what was it? Cadmus. Yeah, Cadmus. It's kind of like the Shield of the Avenger movies and comics, where they're kind of like they're very weary, very suspicious of superhero activities. But Amanda Waller, the woman in charge of Cadmus, she respected Batman so much that when she saw him getting old, she wanted to create a new Batman, and for that she picked Terry McGinnis, whose parents had the same kind of background as that Bruce Wayne's parents did, and she sent an assassin to assassinate Terry McGinnis's parents. And who was the assassin? The Phantasm.
Oh!
But the Phantasm backed out. She backed out at the last minute because she couldn't do it. And as a coincidence, Terry McGinnis ended up becoming Batman anyways. So yeah, it was really cool seeing like an older Phantasm like coming back. I was like really surprised by that. I was like, oh hey. And outside of that, I don't think the Phantasm has ever been used anywhere else, and I'm just wondering why the hell not?
I understand why, and that's because Phantasm fit that one case perfectly.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of Batman's villains have been reinterpreted so many times. Why has nobody ever made a new interpretation of Phantasm? Why couldn't Phantasm be the Arkham Knight for the new video game?
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, for the new video
game. First
game.
off, I love Phantasm's design.
Yeah.
Fucking mask.
Oh, yeah. It kind of looks a little bit like the hockey mask that Casey Jones wears from Ninja Turtles, but who cares? You probably don't. Yeah, you've probably never even heard of Casey Jones. Nope. But yeah, it's basically let's take Batman, turn him into a Grim Reaper, and make his scythe his arm.
Yes. Well, I love. I do. I absolutely fucking. I love that poster, and I would love to see a live action version of Mask of the Phantasm. I think there's a story there that's good enough that it really could translate well into a live action movie. I mean, that's a fucking deep story.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It completely explains Batman's backstory in that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's a big feat. That's a big fucking feat.
And yeah,
I thought they did it. I thought they did it great. And you know what? I'm one of the few people that will defend this part. I love how they incorporated the Joker.
Oh, I never questioned the Joker at all. I mean,
Bill did.
Then again, this is the same person who didn't care that the Joker killed Batman's parents in Batman '89.
This is undisputably true. But I really did. I liked how they incorporated the Joker in there. Bill didn't like it. Mm-hmm. Bill loves his Joker being mysterious, and for the most part, fuck Bill. You know what? Yeah, let's make it official. Fuck Bill. No. Yeah. No, screw it. It is official. Call this episode "Fuck Bill."
I'm gonna get Dylan to draw a symbol like that. It's gonna be like the Ghostbusters logo, but with Bill in there.
Yes. Anyways, I do also like it how in Tim Burton's Batman we know everything about the Joker, but we know nothing about Batman. I
don't know, I guess I kind of like that. It's like, I know a lot of people tend to hate the idea of a superhero and supervillain kind of having the same origin, like they both share the same origin, or like there was this like one event that made both of them as opposed to two separate people with separate paths that just so happen to intertwine. But I don't know, this part of me likes that idea where like you have people sharing, like they're kind of like their fates are intertwined to an extent.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind that. I thought it added another level of hatred for Batman in terms of the Joker. I thought it would have been more interesting if Bruce Wayne never knew it was the Joker. I thought that would have been a lot more interesting.
Yeah, that would be like a cool like last minute reveal.
It would have been a nice little what the twist.
Like
it would have been. I thought that would have probably been a little better. Actually, you know what? I have a question for you.
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Out of all the Batman stuff that you've seen, what is your all-time favorite Batman moment?
Ooh, really? Oh, okay, I got it. Easily my favorite moment. The episode of Batman the Animated Series, the first appearance of Scarecrow. You probably know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's constantly throughout the episode he was exposed to the gas. He's being haunted by his parents, seeing him as a disappointment. And he came to the point where he was in a life or death situation. The ghost of his dad is, haunting him. But he's like, no, I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.
Fucking love
it. Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da. That will always be, whenever I think of Batman in terms of music, I will always think of that theme.
I'll always think of da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da da da.
I will always think of da 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 da, and the reason why I think of that one is because it's just such. If you listen to it, and I heard about this in an interview with Shirley Walker before she passed. She wrote it as two ways. There's ba 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 da, ba ba, and that's like Batman's kind of like Descent into Darkness. And then there's the ba 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 ba. And that's like boom, he's becoming Batman. And I was like, I like this. She put a lot of thought into this.
Funny thing about that, remember the very first episode? That had Man-Bat in it. Yes. The opening shot of it was like these two guys, they're on a blimp, and like Man-Bat just like flies over, and one of them goes, "What was that?" In that Justice League episode that I mentioned, prologue, where it had like older Terry McGinnis, the episode ends with him just flying overhead, and they recreate that exact same scene where he flies overhead over like a jet or a blimp or whatever, and one guy goes, "What was that?" And you hear a rock rendition, a guitar, like electric guitar rendition of the Shirley Walker theme.
Ah, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a cool moment. Oh, what is your number one favorite Batman moment?
There's two.
Okay.
That I just can't choose from.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't pick. And one of them I saw today.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't even seen the whole movie for it yet. One is the scene on Batman Under the Red Hood, where it's the duel between Jason Todd and him. And Jason Todd points the gun at him and says, "It's either me or him."
Ooh, yeah.
And Batman just walks away.
Yeah.
I love that moment and just the pain in his eyes. Like, you don't even see his eyes, but you can just tell he's in so much pain because he doesn't want to do this. I just thought that was a fantastic scene. And the music score by Christopher Drake is just absolutely phenomenal. Just how it builds and shit like that. And the other one is actually on Flashpoint. It's what is that Flash movie called?
The Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox. But
Flashpoint Paradox.
It's essentially the Flashpoint movie, since Flashpoint was the name of the story. It was adapted.
Oh, okay, yeah. Apparently, when everything's back to normal, Flash hands the note from his father to Bruce.
Right, because for our audience who, if they haven't seen the movie or read the story, the Flash enters this alternate timeline where in this new timeline everything's like different.
What I think the thing that kind of started like a catalyst for it was that Bruce Wayne was the one that was killed, not his father and mother.
Right, I was about to explain that, but yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. And fucking Thomas Wayne as Batman was awesome.
Yeah. He's basically like Batman meets the Punisher.
That is Batman meets the Punisher.
The Batnisher. Batnisher.
The Batnisher.
That was a stupid name.
He just shoots him.
And dude, like the red eyes and like the red circle over, with the bad logo emblem on his chest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's so freaky is that his mother, Martha Wayne, becomes the Joker.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
So anyways, in this scene, like everything's back to normal, but he got a letter from his father
and Batman fucking cries. Hold the phone. Batman crying? What the fuck is this shit? Batman never cries.
And I think in the comics he keeps that in his Batcave, like under like a some sort of like glass. What was it called? Like it's basically like a special container.
He frames it.
Yeah,
He basically frames it. It's kind of like what happens when Jason Todd is killed. Which apparently Jason Todd dies no matter what, apparently. Because they reference that in Dark Knight Returns too.
Yeah. And what's funny is that
Jason was killed.
What's funny is that the Dark Knight Returns was made before they officially killed him in the mainstream comics.
Yeah. I just love how Frank Miller wrote that entire scene with Gordon too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually one of the best written scenes in the novel. It's just how he's like, "Have you spoken to Dick?" And it's like, "No." He's like, "No." He's like, and then of course Alfred goes, "Remember what happened to Jason?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Ooh, so Jason is dead." Okay. But anyways, I love how Batman always keeps Jason Todd's uniform, and it's like a reminder to him
of his one, like, his biggest failure.
Yeah, Jason Todd is his biggest failure. I really think it is. A lot of fans would agree with me. Yeah, I think Dick Grayson was actually his biggest success, because Dick Grayson wound up being like, Dick Grayson basically does turn into the alternate. And I have to ask, who the fuck is Tim Drake?
He is the third Robin and the second most popular after Dick Grayson. In fact, in the animated series, Tim Drake is the second Robin because that show
so like that's not Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Because it's Tim Drake that's the disturbing scene in Return of the Joker, where you see what Joker did to Tim Drake. That disturbed me. That made me feel very uncomfortable. Though I do love Mark Hamill's line. He's like, "I would laugh if it wasn't so pathetic." Oh, what the heck? I'll laugh anyways. And then the Batman burst through the fucking window and starts beating him to a pulp. But, I don't know what I like. I don't know how I feel about Tim Drake. Dick Grayson will always be my favorite. Dick Grayson will always be my favorite. Just because his story is very kind of similar to Batman's, except...
Oh, yeah.
It's very much so. And I also have to ask, are they adopted?
Yes, yeah. Well,
did Batman adopt them?
Dick Grayson was definitely adopted. Jason Todd, he was adopted. Tim Drake, I think after his father died, he was then adopted by Batman.
Okay.
And as for the second Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, the Asian Batgirl, I'm not sure if she was adopted. I think she was. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Batgirl, except I do like Barbara Gordon. I do think that's great. I love that.
Do you like her as Oracle? You played the games, and I know you've been exposed to her as Oracle.
No, I haven't played. I haven't played the two.
You're right. But you've seen her. You've only seen her before.
I've only seen her. I've only seen her as Batgirl. I've only seen her as Batgirl.
Because a lot of people liked her after she was paralyzed and turned into Oracle. A lot of people said she became a much more fleshed out character, and they were really disappointed when the New 52 came out, and she pretty much was cured of her paralysis and became Batgirl again.
Damn it. But give or take, I think you can do a lot with Batgirl, but Batgirl's not my favorite.
I really want to get. I've never read any comics with. I did read a comic with Cassandra Cain, but she wasn't the main focus. But I've read her backstory on Wikipedia, and she looked like she was really cool. She seemed like a really cool person. Like, she was someone who was trained as an assassin, and she was never taught language at all. She was just like from birth, since she was like a child, an infant. These assassins was like trained her everything about survival and killing, basically. And so to have her be under Batman's control I found that a really interesting premise. And like, she, as Batgirl, she's like incredibly brutal.
Carrie Kelly.
I really love Carrie Kelly.
She grew on me a lot. The only thing that confuses me is that it happens in both the book and in the movie. What happened to her parents? Did they just like, she just ran away, is hanging out with some old guy?
Apparently, I think I've read somewhere that they was insinuated that her parents are like stoners or hippies. Or like former hippies.
That is insinuated, but do they not even fucking
care?
Yeah. I'm like, what? Do they not notice that their daughter was gone?
No, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
Either Frank Miller didn't care, or Frank Miller was trying to send a message about parents in the 80s.
That's probably what, because that was very popular in the 80s. That happened a lot in the 80s. And that's probably what was going on, but I was just like, you're not questioning the fact that she's hanging out with a really old guy?
They probably don't know that she's hanging out with a really old guy.
Oh, and here's my other complaint, and this is the main reason why I kind of get embarrassed when I say I like Robin.
Uh-huh.
I hate his costume.
Now that depends, because are we talking his original? Yeah,
his original red, green. I'm like, why the fuck is Batman the Dark Knight?
And the pixie shoes. Don't forget the pixie shoes.
I can picture Batman going, Robin, I am not a married man.
Batman, you're never a married man.
I am not a married man. But I mean,
yeah.
Seriously, who the fuck designs that shit?
It was the Silver Age or Golden Age. I don't know. It was the age. It was that moment in
Nightwing's costume is what I always pictured a Robin to look like. Mm-hmm. I fucking love Robin. I love the Nightwing costume.
Mm-hmm. See,
especially the blue. I love the blue one more than the red. I usually prefer red, but I fucking love the blue.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Have you seen Dick Grayson as... No, he didn't become Dick Grayson. He didn't become Red Hood. Not Red Hood.
Have I
Tim
seen
Drake. No. Tim Drake, after... I think it was right before Damian Wayne became the fourth Robin, Tim Drake became Red Robin. I'm wondering if you've ever seen Red Robin.
No.
Okay.
Red Robin is a restaurant.
Yum.
Red Robin.
Okay, so this is Tim Drake's Robin costume, which was primarily red and black. Just wondering what you thought of this version of the suit.
No. Because it's red and yellow. That shit sticks out in the night.
Let's see. Now I'm going to look for what Tim Drake eventually became, Red Robin, which, funny enough, was originally a character. Red Robin was originally made. Do you remember this comic that I told you about called Kingdom Come?
Yes.
And in that alternate universe, Dick Grayson became this hero known as Red Robin. And in the mainstream continuity, they brought back that concept. Only Tim Drake became Red Robin. Let's see. Found a picture of. They made Red Robin an alternate costume in Arkham City for Robin. Here we go. Tim Drake as Red Robin.
I like that better. A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, actually. That's good. I approve.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of all the Robins because you got Dick Grayson. He was Robin, then Nightwing, then Batman, then Nightwing again, then Jason Todd. He was Robin, then Red Hood. Tim Drake, he was Robin, then Red Robin, and then Damian Wayne, who was Robin, and then this, I think he's called Freebird or something, or Redbird, or I don't know.
Well, whenever I look at all the Robins, and they do confuse me, I always read Batman New 52, Death in the Family.
Oh yeah, because they have everyone there.
Everyone's there, and
was
I still hate that Joker design. But
yeah.
I mean, everyone's there, so I'm like, okay, well, this is this person, this is that person. Okay, I got this. Okay, I got you. I got the Wayne family here. Okay.
Was the Asian Batgirl there?
No.
Okay. No Asians at all.
No Asian.
She's the only non-white of the Bat family, but.
I didn't think she was Asian.
Okay, because let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if they've even reintroduced Cassandra Cain, because I know they certainly haven't reintroduced Stephanie Brown, the third Batgirl. And I don't know anything about Stephanie Brown.
I think this is the most in depth I've ever talked about Batman.
Let's see. Just looking for a good image of her to show you. Her suit kind of reminds me of the Batman '89 suit. Here,
that's my favorite Batman design.
Yeah, I just like all black with. I like the yellow. The yellow sticks out so well from the black.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and they even have like black cloth to stitch up like the close that open mouth part.
Yes.
Let's see. And now I think last I heard of Cassandra Cain, she just became she left the Bat family and now operating under the name Black Bat. Real original there. And here's an image of her as Black Bat fighting Red Robin.
I take it they don't like each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this one. I've seen this picture.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks to Everything Batman on Facebook.
Everything Batman. Now, have you seen...
I have to say, Everything Batman, that Facebook page has introduced me to a lot of shit.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate it for that.
Now, have you seen Will Arnett's portrayal of Batman in the Lego movie?
Well, of course. That's the best Batman.
I was going to say, I really like that interpretation of Batman, because it kind of a lot of people have this idea that Batman can do anything because he's Batman, and they took that ego from the fans and placed it into Batman, where he himself is that guy. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm Batman. He's kind of
first try.
First try.
I hate this place.
Check out this new song I made. Darkness. Down, wow, no parents. Down, wow.
That movie really is a movie for geeks, made by geeks. I fucking love Superman and Green Lantern. Hey, oh no.
Could somebody get me some kryptonite?
It's like we're neighbors.
Now, did you know that those two were voiced by Channing Tatum and I'm blanking on his name now. They were both the stars of the 21 Jump Street movie. How can I forget his name? Let's see.
But I know who you're talking about. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty. That was an interesting pairing for them. Jonah Hill, yeah. So before we go out, what Batman character, or in terms of the Batman family, do you want to see be established in the new Batman, Superman Batman universe that they're going to be making, Man of Steel 2 or whatever?
Okay. Oh, well, I actually have this all planned out.
Uh-huh.
Dick Grayson, and apparently because the Flash is in there, I want there to be Kid Flash in there, so we can have some Bird Flash.
Hmm.
Do you understand what that is at all?
No.
It's Wally West X Dick Grayson.
Of course. I was like, Bird Flash. What? Wait. Oh, it's a pairing. Yep. I'm gonna let Adam explain this. Yep. I was right. Yeah.
God damn it.
Adam, you fucker. And so, but anyone besides Dick Grayson?
I think Dick Grayson, in all honesty, has the best potential.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, yeah.
Because you can do a lot with Dick Grayson.
Uh-huh.
Jason Todd you can do some with, but he's gonna fucking die. Tim Drake is really young. You see, Dick Grayson is that great kind of upper teenager kind of level.
Yeah.
He can range anywhere from 14 to 18.
Uh-huh. And that
or at least in things,
uh-huh.
So I think you can do a lot more with him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can. I'm more interested now than ever to see Cassandra Cain, because again, she's one of those characters that no one has ever heard of outside who do not read comics. And even I, who don't even follow comics, I just came across her on Wikipedia. And what was interesting before we sorry to go off on this tangent, but in Beware the Batman has a sidekick in the form of Katana. Katana's like this random character. I think she was part of a vigilante team called like the Outsiders or something. And so she's Asian and she uses a sword. How does she fight crime and not kill anybody with a sword? But anyways, like I'm thinking, if you're gonna have an Asian sidekick and it's not gonna be Robin at all, why not have Cassandra Cain as Batgirl? And
because nobody knows who she is.
Nobody knows Katana as well, but everyone knows Batgirl at least.
I see your point.
I mean, I know the whole show was trying to be, let's go for the obscure characters. Let's go with characters no one has ever heard of, like Mr. Professor Pig and Mr. Toad and Magpie and Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, let's go with those guys. Although none of them weren't really all that memorable, really. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'd be interested in seeing besides Dick Grayson. I would like to see Cassandra Cain. Although I do like to see Barbara Gordon, because I like that she has to hide this identity from this second life from her father, who's working just as close, if not closer, to Batman than she is.
Yes.
So on that note, you ready to end this episode, Adam?
Sure.
That doesn't sound too happy.
No, let's end this on a high note, shall we?
So thank you for watching this installment of Shuwatch Super Dynamic Ultra Force Go. We hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, I am Andres Perez, aka KaijuNoir.
And I'm Adam Noyes from Adam Noyes.
And until next time, everybody, take care.
Bye.